to see it kind of transition. So,
well, if you get a certain fan base moving, then you don't need to go to another convention. You can make your own.
absolutely, and then it like becomes more niche, and you get like conventions like Monster Palooza that I went to, and it's literally just like monsters and aliens. So
there you go. Well, I think that's how PAX started. It's the Penny Arcade people doing their own convention, and now they do it around the world.
Yeah, it just became like the niche grew, more people like kind of gravitated towards it because they can relate to it, and it was new and there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of blows up into like a bigger thing, like much how San Diego Comic-Con started in like a little venue, and then now it's like pop culture con and it takes over the town.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't affect me either which way. I really don't like conventions.
Okay, fair.
I never liked that whole I'm going to overcharge you for something you want. Same reason I don't like strip clubs. So
yeah.
Would you like strip clubs more if they didn't charge you for entry? Because that's my beef with cons is I pay to be there and then I have to buy things.
Yeah. No, that's always been the thing too about strip clubs. We've always played. What?
So I'm curious. Are there any activities for free in the con? You have to pay for everything?
Well, you have to pay to get into the convention floor.
Yeah, that's it. But then again, when you're inside, you have things to do, right? For free.
Yeah.
For example,
yeah.
You can not spend a dime the rest of the time there.
Correct.
Okay.
It's not like people are asking you to buy their stuff, but like you don't have to.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like Heroes Con, I didn't buy anything till like the third day.
Okay. Well, there's actually a strategy with that though too. Like you see compare prices, people get a little bit more desperate as the con goes on, prices drop a little bit.
Yeah, it's a battle of the wills at that point because everybody knows, even the vendors know at that point that's what everybody's waiting for. So
yep. Dark Horse is famous for having, and anytime Dark Horse is at a convention, wait till Sunday, they have a 50% off sale off of everything.
They don't want to move shit back to their offices.
It costs more to ship it to and from than to take a half price cut off of it.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a part of a few of those setups, and I really cannot blame anybody for wanting to sell everything before they go back home.
Dude, paper is heavy. Books are heavy.
Yeah. The things that hold the paper and books are heavy.
Yeah, fair. And try lifting a long box. Throw out your back. My collection is only short boxes. I own like 4 long boxes, and I put posters in them, so they're super light.
Okay.
Because they're longer. You can roll them up and
they fit perfectly.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm doing that consolidation now, and I don't want any long boxes anymore. But let's say
hello
after the chat, and I guess since Kyle is here, we'll do the intro. I haven't done the intro.
Oh yeah,
my favorite intro. I don't know. Drax's been on my mind a lot lately for some reason, so I don't know. There we go.
How you doing?
That's right. It's another epic.
These, and I do not know what the grade is yet, so we are going to find out together. Most likely a 9.8, but man, fingers crossed that it hits one of those higher numbers as well. So let's see. You get to see before I do. Let's see. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes!
Do you have to plug anything? I don't think you do. I'm on. Are you about to get plugged?
Oh, no! No! It wasn't me! It was Ignacio! He's the
one! That's just a funny picture.
My headcanon always thinks that Mark got like a 4.0 on that book.
Oh, dude, I just remember that Mark posted on Instagram that Action Comics sold #1 sold for $6 million.
Jesus. What's so special about that book?
The first appearance is the birth of superheroes.
Yo, I got some Iggy art in the mail.
Nice. Mine is still bedside.
Dude, this book is killer. I'm a sucker for maps.
Yeah.
So like the fact that they have like maps in it, I'm just like all about it.
I've been trying to talk Marcus into doing a map for the project we're working on, but it doesn't really fit the project. The map doesn't really work. So we're doing an armory page.
Okay. I'm gonna have Marcus on for one of my comedy things.
Yes.
It's inspired by Between Two Ferns, Zach Galifianakis. And it's gonna be called Between Two Long Boxes.
That's funny.
So, and we bought green screens and turtleneck.
Nice.
So.
Marcus and his game. He's funny.
Oh yeah.
Game for.
I'm gonna do my best to throw him off though. So.
Yeah.
He enjoys the when he got invited to what is the name of the show? Your Friendly Neighborhood comic show or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they did an impromptu. I mean, they didn't tell him, but they did a game show, like mostly like what comic does, but serious one with really they kept score and that, and he really enjoyed it, and so I know he's gonna enjoy it, and if you're gonna throw him off, then it's gonna be even better.
He said challenge accepted, and it kind of intimidated me.
Oh,
nice.
Maybe he ends up throwing you off.
Yeah, he literally said good luck, and then I haven't talked to him since.
Wow. Well, speaking of talking to, let's say the
hello
to
everybody.
You muted yourself. You didn't show the.
What happened?
You muted yourself again.
I don't know what I did. I don't know.
Oh, dude.
I think in between shows is like it's just long enough for me to forget what the hell I'm doing. Not like I ever did anyway, but
You want to see my gamer chair? It comes with a Camelback.
Oh.
Comes with, or you manipulated yours?
No, I just put it on the back.
You know what? You should put another one between your legs just in case you need to pee, and you put a catheter to your urethra.
Like
a little stream.
The lounging toilet chairs.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting.
For some reason, whenever I see Dale, I always have to hold back saying "Dale." I don't know.
Dale.
Las Cruces.
Hey James. Hey Dale.
Contrary to my belief, just being in New Mexico doesn't help you win stuff because, well, no, I didn't win. DJ is currently riding the Power Fister 5000. I hope everything's going well. I hope you're standing up, not sitting down. But then again, maybe you are sitting down.
I mean, wouldn't you like to be sitting down?
Well, the
If you're
power
gonna
fist,
be, I mean, if you're gonna be power fisted,
the power fist of 5,000 doesn't let you sit down. Is when you get tired.
Oh, like impalation, like blood tepes.
Yes. Speaking of
Brian,
which,
Gary.
Gary B, hello. I don't
No,
know
dude.
if Mark had money, would he buy a book? He'd probably try to haggle the guy down for under 100
I
bucks.
mean, if he had fuck you money, he
Mm.
would definitely buy an Action Comics #1.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
he has every reprint.
That's actually a good question.
Hey, Marcos.
Marcus. Ben Compton, straight
Hey,
out of
Ben.
Compton. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
wish I was straight out of Lauren Compton.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hashtag triggered. If you had fuck you money, what would you do? And I think I know what Kyle would say. Kyle would be like, all right, I don't need fuck you money. I do fuck you things anyway. But
Fair.
if you have fuck you money, what do you do it?
Yeah, once you have a family to that relies on you, you need the fuck you money. When you don't have anyone and you can fall as many times as you want, and you are only responsible for yourself, then you can do fuck you things and risk it all.
Top Ramen will always be there to catch you.
Yeah, yeah.
At least 2 chicks at the same time.
I don't know. I would have my own publishing house.
Interesting.
I would finance books that I like. Basically, I would finance my own work.
Okay.
Then, of course, I said it last time we talked about this. I would buy an island, and everyone.
Epstein's Island, Ignacio's Island.
But I would not let anyone in.
I would like make a spotlight with my money and shine it on people who deserve it.
And
like people who are smart and people
who would that first person? Who would the first spotlight be then?
I don't know, probably some scientist that's working on some cure for something. I have no idea. But it would be for like the betterment of like society and stuff. Like I would finance like passion projects and shit of people. I would just like let people live, you know. But I would choose them myself.
DuckTales. Woo. Yeah, I don't know if I'd. Well, here in the States, the lottery. I think one of the lotteries is over $1 billion.
Jesus.
Okay.
So I happen to play when it's that big. Pause. But I would still go to work, but I would do even less than I do now. Like I'm at work right now, and I'm on the show.
Wow. Wait, you would still work for the company you work now?
Yes.
Even if you were a billionaire?
Even if I was a billionaire, because I would basically tell them no to everything they asked me to do, waiting for them to get me fired, waiting to get fired.
Why? Do you need
Just
the
buyout? Buy the company.
Yeah, I mean, I've been with my current company 30 years.
But you're a billionaire. Why do you need them to pay for those 30
because
years?
I want them to pay for it. I've earned that. See, this is the overwhelming new thing.
I would forgive a lot of grudges if I had that kind of money.
I'd create a lot of new ones.
What? No, I'd be like, you'd never see me again, and then I'd just be working in the back.
Exactly. I would forget a lot of people. I wouldn't deal with a lot of people if I had vacuum money. Even more, you don't need to be a billionaire to have fuck you money. If I were a billionaire, dude, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd probably need at least like 10 million.
Yeah, I'm very materialistic, and I would have a hard time, like keeping it under 15 cars I would buy. I probably have 3 or 4 different houses, but I'm materialistic like that. But I
would
still wouldn't buy
businesses and then just reinvest in myself, you know?
Oh,
You wait, you still wouldn't buy what?
I still wouldn't buy an Action Comics #1.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't go to the strip club either?
No. No. I wouldn't be dumb like that. I'd have the strip club come to me.
would you have a strip club at your house?
There may or may not be a undisclosed chalet somewhere.
He's gonna have a bat cave underneath his house.
No, that's fair.
Blow off some steam, so to speak. Yeah, you can't go out there in the wild like that. See, Bob Kraft is the owner of the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And he got caught a few years ago going to like a happy ending place. Why? Makes no sense.
He was pent up.
Yeah, but I mean, that billionaire with a B, multi-billionaire, you have that stuff come to you.
Yeah, maybe he's an addict. And that's how addicts work. They need to risk things because if it doesn't entail the emotion of the thrill of getting caught.
Is it?
Dude, remember George Michael and Pee Wee Herman when they got caught? Pee Wee Herman, no, Paul Rubens. When they got caught in a theater, each on their own circumstances, but they both got caught and they didn't have to get caught.
Yeah, it's the thrill of it. It's the excitement and the rush of adrenaline.
Yeah, for sure. And I think an important part of all that is those people you keep close to you have to be on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody mentioned earlier, like Gary said, that they would pay off all their houses. I think you have to go above and beyond that because
what do you mean?
I think money is going to change a lot of the dynamics. Like you're going to tell who's really your friend, and you have to build some security, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of people like reaching out to you though, and being like, "Hey, I'm your 4th cousin on Aunt Josephine's side.
Crazy
Can I have $1 million?"
No, yeah, that's exactly why you have to choose yourself. You don't give money to the people who ask you unless you open submissions, basically. But if not, who you pay for.
Yeah. I definitely would rock with who I've been rocking with up until that point. Like even here, moving here to Texas, a couple of people who I used to work with moved from New York to Texas as well. And they were like, how come we don't hang out? How come we're not friends? I was like, because we weren't friends before.
Exactly.
Don't get mad at me. I don't want to hang out with you. It's like, I've known you for 15 years before this. I didn't want to hang out with you.
How do you even have my number?
Well, but I don't know.
Have you left the group chats?
No. No, I can't. I've created a few new ones.
Well, dude. That's the thing that Marcus is saying, replacing all my friends with D-list celebrities. I wouldn't want the fame that comes with being a celebrity or a public figure.
Yeah. Speaking of D-list celebrities, it's TJ Maxx. I'm sorry, DJ Lynx.
Yes, I'm out.
Yes.
What's up, gentlemen? What's up, Kyle, Iggy, Nicholas?
Hello. How are you, DJ?
Mr. Max, what would you do with Fuck You Money?
What he's been doing the past 3 years on YouTube. He's got Fuck You Money already.
What would I do with Fuck You Money? Realistically, like Nick, you bugging talking about I would continue working. I'm out. Either I'm buying the company.
Buy the company.
Yeah.
or buy into the company, and then like at least so just in case everything like you lose everything, at least you have a revenue stream. Then I would do like a lot of traveling, and then when I'm not traveling, I don't know, volunteer work. I would definitely like all my men's with 3 Z's. I would like figure out what's their grail, and let's say Kyle, your grail is what's your grail?
I don't have one.
His
So you
own
wouldn't
book.
get any. So you wouldn't get anything. So
Just give me a pat on the back and say everything's gonna be all right. Attaboy.
It's a lot.
I'm missing that in my life.
I will definitely do that. I'll fly out to you, just knock on your door, tell you to turn around, pat you on the back, and then just walk away.
Then flip me off and turn around.
No, not at all. I'll probably bring somebody with a radio or like a Bluetooth speaker to play some sort of dramatic music while I'm doing that, so we get the whole theatrical
Some
experience.
production quality. I like it.
There you go. Tap on the back, walk away. Boom. There you go. Nick, what are you doing? You want to hold the Bluetooth speaker?
No, I wouldn't. Fuck, I look like Flo.
Oh shit.
Oh, shots fired.
Yo, that's mean.
Yeah.
No, I honestly though I don't have a grail for comic books.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know. This is my grail right here. This thing from Arcane.
What is that?
It's a Hextech core.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from the show. It was the
What a
Rock
great
Party
show that is.
Yeah, phenomenal. So,
Yeah.
what are your two grails that DJ would pick up for you? He's hooking up the homies. Might as well check it off now.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Looking
I
at
think
the homies, yeah.
the whole aspect of handing somebody their grail without knowing it.
Yeah. It's nice that the first thing you do would be give back, so that's very commendable.
Well, I don't know if it's the first thing he does.
Well, first you give back to
before giving back.
You give back to Mercedes, you give back to Aston Martin, you give back to
Aston Martin would be nice. Given to Mercedes.
What would be the stupidest thing you would buy? For example, I would buy swords.
Swords.
Yeah.
What?
It's too weird.
Like, are you trying to buy Excalibur?
I would make, yeah, for sure. I would buy the prop from the movie Excalibur.
Okay. Just swords.
I'd buy swords.
Yeah, stupid.
That's so on topic for Iggy.
Honestly, I'm obsessed with like, I would buy like a cheese cave, and I'd like do my own cheese making and like figure out the microbiomes and the bacteria growth and stuff like that. I would have a cheese cave.
Now I understand. I thought you went full fantasy and you wanted a cheese cave.
It'll be a cave,
made
but
of
it'll be no. The cheese is grown in the cave.
Well, you say you
I
made
know what you're talking about.
Swords for the private island. Oh, actually, Iggy, there's a really good manga out there. It's called Dick Fight Island.
Yeah,
I
know about it.
Dick Fight Island.
They have swords.
All right, let's see. Let's see this. Dick.
Yeah, I remember.
It's actually hilarious. Read the description. What is it called? The advertisement for
blurb.
it. The blurb, yeah. Fucking hilarious.
Dick Fight Island.
It's set on a fictional archipelago made up of 8 islands that was not discovered by the outside world until the end of the 20th century. The king of the archipelago he's decided to have a contest every 4 years called the Great Worm Tournament, with each of the 8 clans that make up the people sending their own champion.
Yep.
The champions face each other in a series of one-on-one fights, the winner being the person who can make the other orgasm first. Thus, the champions go into their fights with armors that was designed for the manhood, growing larger and more elaborate by the year. However, in keeping with local customs, the men wear clothes displaying the buttocks,
Nice.
This being considered a proud statement of manliness.
Yes.
Story's central character is Harto, a member of the Jewel tribe who has been studying abroad for years and has returned to take part in the tournament. Harto has learned a secret trick that he hopes will allow him to win the tournament. Meanwhile, Harto's boyfriend, Matthew, follows him to the island, jealous of the fact that Harto is being touched by other men. The second volume explores the events following the Great Worm Tournament and the relationships that blossom as a result of the tournament's events.
Yep.
There you go. I remember Chaos in Comics. Chrissy Chaos.
Right on
was talking
cue.
about this. Dracula.
There's no code words. It's literally what you think it is.
Wow.
Dude, you left DJ speechless.
Yeah, I'm without speech. There you go. Speaking of worms,
You can bring whatever you want.
the
Literally.
Great Worm Tournament. Nice.
And how do you guys stumble upon? I figured Iggy heard about that in its circles. Like, Kyle, how do you stumble upon something like that?
Working in a comic shop. I got another one for you. It's called The Witches Adamus. Basically, this guy orgasms diamonds, and the entire world finds out. So the rest of his life is a thirst trap of people trying to use him for diamonds. But every time he orgasms, he loses a year off his life.
Oh, I'd be dead so fast.
Yeah. So you're like, I would die in episode
Yeah,
2.
Yeah. A couple of days.
I die after the intro. It's like, welcome to the show. The end. That's basically what it is.
And it's on like issue 6, and he's just running from people at this point.
Shit, I would too.
It's like is it a goose with the gold eggs?
Like
Is it a hen?
yeah, basically. Yeah. Or like Midas. Everything touches is gold.
Yeah. Well, the Midas thing was it's a curse. Yeah.
Well, Iggy can
it's a
probably
curse.
share a bunch of diamond jizz. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that does sound painful, because if you've ever had stones, like, forget about it.
Yeah.
Iggy supports a lot of like independent Kickstarter stuff. That's where you stumble across a lot of these wacky concepts.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the indie world. And that's perfect, because the comic industry, it's up. Lately, it's reaching some limits that haven't been reached before.
It's been really shiny recently too.
What do you mean by that?
Shiny.
Foils. There's just been a shit ton of foils from everybody.
A shit ton of foils.
Well,
What were you
foils are in the Kickstarter world too. It's part of the game, you know. It's a game we play. But I'm talking about the ecosystem, the industry, the people that make the comic industry.
What about it?
Well, we have reached a boiling point with the death of Ed Piskor, the suicide of Ed Piskor. I think that was a boiling point that hasn't been reached, as far as I know. The industry hadn't reached yet. And I think with a little bit of hope, that can make the industry change in some way. I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope, but a little. But that makes me want to be more independent than an industry person. I would rather go to crowdfunding more than I would rather work in the actual ecosystem of the comic industry.
Yeah. Did you catch my last live?
No, I haven't. I saw you were live.
You should
but it was late.
watch it. It's only an hour. I talk about Scout Comics, how conventions
Another
are
shit
changing.
storm.
Scout Comics, everybody, as they hear about it, like people are jumping out of the closets and being like, "Oh yeah, they did this to me. They did this to me," and it's looking really bad, like really bad.
Kyle, would you mind elaborating on that?
On Scout,
Yeah, like I haven't heard about this.
There's a fantastic kind of op-ed that was done investigative journalistically by a podcast called Script Heroes Podcast. I highly recommend watching the Script Heroes podcast breakdown on Scout Comics. They interview creators. Most of the creators are no face and their voices are obstructed.
Mhm.
And they're talking about how Scout has screwed them over. I went to WonderCon. I talked to a creator. I'm like, hey, like check this out. Like this is what has happened to people. And he goes, that's what happened to me. And he had issues 1 through 3 of his 5-issue miniseries. They didn't print 4 and 5. They said that they're going to Kickstarter for the trade paperback, and they're like not communicating properly with him. And they've been accused of ghosting a bunch of people. And they responded publicly by pretending to cosplay as Superman, saying, we will do better. So.
Interesting. So,
yeah.
Devil's advocate.
Okay, go for it.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying I agree with Scout Comics and anything. Devil's advocate. It's a business, right? So if the first 2 issues aren't received well or they're not selling,
Mhm.
why does Scout Comics have to produce 4 and 5 if it's not financially viable for them as a company? Again,
Fair.
Devil's advocate. I'm not on the Scout side.
And no, that's fine. I love exploring both sides. And you got to think of they're
Ew.
hurting so much for money that they're offering a Kickstarter for the trade.
Mhm.
So like I can see how that makes sense. I don't know. But they do it to at least 6 different creators that I can like confirm and give like names and links.
Mhm.
I think it's just more of the multitude of it.
Yeah, I think it's just shitty. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're going back on their contracts. If you can't honor the contract, why even draft it? You know.
That was
So,
what I was going to bring to the discussion. The contract is the basics of the situation, because when whoever, Image, Scout, Maverick, Mad Cave, whoever buys into your pitch, they buy the whole pitch.
Mm.
I know
And
some shit
you
on Mad
pitch
Cave
the
too.
whole series. You don't pitch the first issue is gonna be like this, and then maybe the second. No, you pitch the whole book from
Okay.
beginning to end, how it will start, how it will resolve, and how it's gonna each issue is gonna evolve.
Yes.
So
Unless you're Keanu Reeves.
yeah, well, there is of course
Kinanu.
extremely different circumstances if you're an A-lister, or
Correct.
maybe you're Robert Kirkman and you shit on the whatever contract you sold to Image, and you tell them that Invincible is about The
Walking
Walking
Dead.
Dead is about an alien virus
Yeah.
that causes zombies, and that's a
'Cause
lie.
Because aliens were selling at that time.
Exactly. But
But keep
there's
going. You
a
pitched the entire
little.
thing.
You pitch the entire thing, and the company basically bets on your or accept to distribute your book.
They take a chance on your success.
Exactly. But most of the indie comic publisher, even Image,
Mhm.
will not pay you until they cover their cost, their operational cost. And
That
that
works in
takes
the
a
picture book world
long
too.
time.
Yes.
That takes a long time. I have talked to people that works with Image, and they tell me that it takes years sometimes for successful books to get money back to the authors. So basically, every time you sign a contract with a publisher, and if they don't offer you a page rate in
Mhm.
advance or a percentage of the sales monthly,
Yeah.
you are basically doing for the exposure of your work, for the distribution, for the
Yeah.
reach, for the possibility to be in the direct market.
Correct.
And that's it. You don't have to have and it's crazy for me. Once I found out that Image takes that much time in order to recoup their money and pay you something,
Mhm.
It's crazy. It's one of the biggest comic companies in the world. So basically, it's a different idea that even I had, and that we all mostly had as creators, as consumers. That the money flows rapidly.
Sure.
It's a long process. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And depending on the size of the publisher, it's
Mhm.
the reach they will have and the amount of time they will take to recoup their investment, because they're investing in your project, but they have to cover the cost. And
Yes.
you are basically signing them the rights to reproduce your book, distribute it, sell it, cover their cost, and then give you the money.
And if you're lucky, you still own the rights to your creative, like your IP.
Yet never sign the rights.
So
Also.
let me ask you: do you think that Image is a little more aware or sympathetic to the artists and creators because based on how they were started, or are they just now corporate now too?
I think Image is more the corporate side, but you keep everything. The
Mhm.
only thing they do is keep a small percentage of the earnings after they
Recoup their investment.
recoup their money, the investment.
Yeah, that's how
Uh,
picture books work too. They give you a bonus, and you won't see another paycheck until after they recoup your bonus.
Is
yeah,
is
graphic novels too.
is
Yep.
there an instance where, let's say, a company just cancels the book, or is there a clause in the contract where it's just like, if issue one doesn't meet this criteria or metrics, we don't want to continue with issue two, three, four, and five, even though we purchase the entire story arc, this thing as a whole, we just
Mhm.
want to end the relationship and not pursue the entire like artistic vision at that point.
Yeah, there are kill clauses in every contract, the standard contract I have signed for
Mhm.
whatever project. If
Yep.
small projects with 8 pages, 4 pages, or full books, there are kill clauses.
Or if
There's
a creator misses a deadline, that could be in
yeah,
the clause.
yeah. There's a lot of instances in which you can kill the project or even replace someone in the project.
Mm.
I was working on a project as a lot from far away, and the artist had to be replaced because he wasn't meeting the deadlines.
Mhm.
Basically, he ghosted the publisher and the author, and he ghosted everyone. And when the deadline was approaching, he basically spit out some uh, layouts, but it wasn't enough, and
Mhm.
it had and a long time had passed, and that gave the publisher the authority to, according to the kill clause,
Mhm.
replace the artist for the project. They didn't kill the project; they replaced the artist,
Oh,
avoiding
gotcha.
killing the project.
Hmm. Gotcha. Makes sense, especially if they invested heavily on the front end. You wouldn't want to kill the project outright. You want to kind of do everything in your power to make the project continue to go forward. And I just want to remind everyone, I might sound smart now, but come 9 p.m., we're back to 1 and 2 syllable words in the mix today, 9 p.m. Eastern.
The
As long as there are a few racial epithets you guys don't hear or see.
there's also the opposite of if a
Damn you, Iggy.
project is so successful that they will force more content out of it.
They
Uh,
have I have read clauses in which they have dibs. Basically, they can they have during a certain period of time the priority to publish a sequel or whatever derivative project you do
Mhm.
about that thing.
Or like a spin-off or whatever.
Exactly, they have the right to dibs basically.
tips.
Yeah, I
Fair.
think
Yeah.
dibs is that supersedes contracts or anything. Like once you say dibs,
Shot
Imagine
card.
putting dibs in the contract.
yeah, I once called dibs. I was doing a I got arrested on a Friday and they sent me to central bookings, right? So
Means have a nice weekend.
Basically, yeah. So I was in there till Monday, and then I called dibs on like the Kool-Aid. They came out with the bologna sandwich and Kool-Aid. I was just like dibs on the Kool-Aid. I got beat up.
Well, you mean the Kool-Aid off for the lipstick? You mean?
Nah, they give you. You see this guy always wants to take it to Worm Island or
I'm
whatever.
saying, I didn't know I did. I've never went to jail. I don't know. Like the only time I've heard about Kool-Aid in jail is for the lipstick.
Nah, that's upstate. I'm talking about like they'll come out with lunch, and it's either at 9 a.m. It's literally a peanut butter and jelly, not even a peanut butter and jelly, a bologna sandwich, slice of bologna on 2 white breads, and a little cup of Kool-Aid. So I was like, dibs, and I got fucked up.
Beckerman definitely watched my video.
Who pays
I
to get?
explained how I got into WonderCon.
Beckerman is omniscient, omnipotent.
You want a sword fight?
Yeah, with a security guard.
No.
I know some people. I'll be honest. I had New York Comic Con last year, and some not just regular people going in, some big time people that they don't pay to get in, and it was just like they'll get there. But I'm not even talking about because of their celebrity or their status or anything like that. It's just like, yo, meet me at the front and pass me your badge. I'll give it to you as soon as I'll get in. Like stuff like that. And this is like people that can afford to travel to New York and then go into a con, and it's just like, so that's the thing with me. And then like you want to support the con, whether it's New York Comic Con, whether it's WonderCon, whether it's a small con, Heroes Con, King Con tomorrow. That's why I'm not a fan of the media pass.
Yeah,
I'm
press
not a
pass,
fan.
professional badges, shit like that.
Especially when it's $15. I mean, to each his own. But my whole thing is you want to kind of support the con, and that's how they make their money, so they can do the same thing and improve on it next year. And I think like that kind of takes away from it, like trying to get in for free. I'm not a big fan of that.
I didn't have $160, so.
Oh no, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
For one day, that's how much it was?
No, it's for all 3 was 160.
That's cheap though.
It is sort of.
Relative.
If you have the money, maybe.
Yeah. What I did was I split the cost of my friend's pass, and then I just like had a friend get me in. So.
See, that's different. At least you contributed toward that. You split the cost.
Yeah, I paid $80.
Yeah, you didn't go in for free, so you still contributed to the overall con, even though the cost was split.
You can look at it as like a discount, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I did. I gave them money. So.
Absolutely. So you're not a total D-bag.
I'm only half a D-bag.
But you don't find it's contributing, or I guess the vendoring is separate, right?
They got to pay for insurance. They got to pay for security. They got to pay for like, well, they actually took away carpeting. Have you ever been to a con that didn't have carpeting?
It's the worst.
It is tough.
Well,
yeah, Heroes is like that.
By the moment you start the con, that's already been
Bubs.
paid off.
Yeah, 100% Bubs.
Sorry, say again, Iggy? When you start the con, what?
When the con opens their doors, those costs probably have been already paid off. I have worked here in graphic design conventions for 15 years in the past, not now anymore. But I was in the weeds. I did administration. I did the accounting. I managed the ticket sales. So I was with the numbers. And it's basically a given that you're going to let people in for free. We were at full capacity. We didn't in a stadium. There were maybe at the moments with the most people there, like 6,000 people for a conference.
Chacho, bro. Dale.
Yeah. Well, the creators of the convention, they're both friends of mine. That's how I ended working with them.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up selling the IP to Domestika. That it's a corporation, basically an artistic corporation, and they travel with the convention around the world. Because they knew how to market it. There was not a single graphic design convention that was as impactful as one held in a basketball stadium with an 11-meter screen.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, we had three 15,000 lumen projectors to cover the widest screen I have ever seen. I get goosebumps. I used to, when we were basically putting it all together, every year I would watch that screen go up because we bought it, we made it, we it was custom made. It doesn't exist anywhere else. So when we first put it up, it was emotional
Yeah.
because we had put a lot of work into that. And we also, and it happened every year after that. I would watch that screen, that monster of a screen go up,
Mhm.
and it was
That's
great.
amazing.
But even so, the thing was, maybe we had 6,000 people inside, maybe 1,000 or even more sometimes were freebies.
But I mean, that's different because now you have 1,000 people. I mean, it's not different. They should have paid something, but now you have 1,000 new eyes on your product, and then
Well,
there.
and that worked for San Diego, for whoever. The con gets more eyes. The
Yeah.
vendors get more eyes, and then they come back the next year.
And I think it's pronounced San Diego.
It's San Diego.
Yeah.
I think you're wrong. San Diego.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a big supporter of supporting the cons. Becker, I mean, he's been going to cons for years, so he's been, like he said, he's paid his dues. If you cover the con, like if you get a press pass, Marcus said I might get denied, but I always go for the press pass. Like that's fine. I think you do need to, as Bub said, need to do more than just like a whole video or a couple of YouTube posts. I think like Two Brothers Comics, they do some press stuff for, is it LexCon? But they go in and they like do like actual like news coverage
It's
of
the
of
one in Connecticut, whatever that one's called.
what was that?
Terrificon? Is that Terrificon?
Terrificon. Yeah, they do
No,
press on that. They do like podcasts in the hotel too.
no, I'm talking about Two Brothers Comics. They do
Am
LexCon.
I talking about somebody else then? Maybe it's
Yeah,
Possible Defects.
I think you're talking about Three Men in the Basement.
3 Minute Basement. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
Sorry.
Three Men in the Basement, they do press too, but they from the con they have their booth, and it's pretty much a press booth. So
Yeah,
people go up, and they're constantly promoting the show, but they're friends with the showrunner.
gotcha.
So like they have to, and they're constantly promoting the show. They'll have preview vendor preview shows on their channel. Sometimes they'll have like um 3 weeks leading up to, yeah, it's Mitch. Thank you, Beckerman. 3 weeks leading up to Terrificon, they'll have, I think, every Friday a vendor preview show because there's so many vendors and artists and all kinds of stuff. So it works out for both, right? It works out for Terrificon that they're getting all these eyes on the product, and then it works out for Three Men in the Basement as well because they'll be there and they'll still constantly be promoting the show. So it's a win-win if you kind of look at it that way.
Hmm. Yeah, if you're making the con, you're aggregating to the con, and
Mhm.
you are going there and making the con a better con because you are there, you're improving the experience for someone in the audience, then you shouldn't pay because you're working for the
Yeah,
con.
yeah, yeah. That, I mean, like New York Comic Con last year, I didn't pay, so I went in for free, but I was working, right? So I was at a booth and I was filming legit the 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, not Sunday. I was filming. I was there at 7 a.m. every day, and I left at 6 p.m. every day for those 3 days.
Okay.
And that cost was me just being there filming, and legit, like I've filmed for all those hours for 3 days, the entire con, going around doing stuff, and I ended up turning around videos not only for the person that secured my services but for other people because I was just there. And I
Yeah.
was just like, let me just edit whatever. So out of that, I was able to turn around like six or seven videos out of 3 days worth of footage.
Hmm.
So I got it for free, and I got
Yeah.
free books.
Yeah, and you should have get paid for all the work you did, but that's another issue, you know.
Yeah, but I knew what I was doing, and
Yeah, I
the
know.
thing with me, like I honestly, like I had asked to be paid in books. I was just like, yo, pay me in books, every exclusive that you have. And those all went up for auction for Comics Curing Cancer. So
Nice.
that I knew what I was
So
going into.
fuck
Yeah.
you, money.
Told you.
Giving the books to friends.
Yeah. I guess yeah, I guess I do all right. Oh shit.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I like that this got into inside baseball a lot. This talk.
Hmm. Well, we all have different aspects of the industry.
Yeah, but we usually with Nick we meander into bullshit.
we saunter. We don't meander. We saunter.
Saunter is such a good word. You know, it's funny. I think and I don't want to go into the Ed Piscor thing or anything like that, but I think just in general, whenever like something heavy happens to the community, it opens the doors for more like substantive conversations to be had. And that goes boom, there you go. I'm back to like, yo, this shit is fire later on. Just so I think that's what happened. Whenever there's something heavy happens, it opens the doors for other like deep conversations to be had because people are in that mind state to just talk about things that affect them.
Yeah, I
You're right.
think so far the
Fair.
best dedicated Ed Piscor video I have seen is Latest Fantastics.
Hmm.
Lady Caroline did a
Yes.
heartfelt, coherent video about the situation. But there's a lot of shit going on, and I think I'm still processing this.
Mhm.
And I think it needs to be talked about, but I don't think it's yet the moment to talk about it.
Mhm.
It needs to be an open situation, and but I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I need to process things as they happened and as the results happened, and the storm that came with it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I agree. It opens the door to a lot of important conversations to be had.
Yeah, because everybody's vulnerable already, and then might as
Mhm.
well strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you feel the earthquake this morning?
I did feel the earthquake this morning, and I'll be honest. So I feel it. I'm sitting here. I'm at my desk. I'm home, right? So I'm at my desk here, and I thought it was a truck that was going by because there's like construction up the block, so I didn't think anything of it. And then, like, I felt the entire house shaking. So then I look, and I'm looking at the chandelier. Chandelier is moving, and I'm like, oh fuck! Immediately, I think we're getting bombed because of everything that's going on with the world and shit like that. New York. So earthquake didn't cross my mind. Immediately a bomb, some sort of terrorist thing, like something like that is the first thing that crossed my mind, especially living here in New York, September 11th and all that. So immediately I think that I grabbed my car keys. Mrs. Lynx was outside in front of the house, like she was like sweeping up or whatever. I grabbed my car keys and then I run out downstairs and then I run back up because I forgot my phone. And then I was like, "Did you feel that?" And she like had no idea. And then everybody started coming out their houses up the block. So
Mm.
everybody started coming out, and then like, oh no, earthquake, whatever. And I was like, oh shit, there you go. It's an earthquake. Okay. And then I felt kind of better. Like for some reason, I thought we were under attack. But even here, I was just like
It's like War of the Worlds.
yo, legit. And then I thought, like immediately before going down, I get all these thoughts in my head. So I'm like, all right, they're bombing us.
Hmm.
What do I do? What can I go into the room to grab in order to sell? Like, no, meaning like if like I need to
Barter for your life.
yeah, I need to access my books immediately. Like those aren't like Grail comic books anymore. That's like, yo, I need to trade in this Hulk one to get fucking dinner tonight. You know what I mean? So immediately I think that, and then I ran outside, and I was kind of relieved that that it was an earthquake.
And he screamed out, "Remy Q!
Uh,
Help
so
me!"
so then after that, then I'm cracking jokes outside, blah blah. Then we come up, and then I sit down, and I guess all the adrenaline wore off, and I was just like, yo, that was a scary situation. Like,
Absolutely.
and then my immediate thought to anything that happens, it's just like, all right,
Chaos.
let's get over the problem, fix it, and then we worry about what the problem is later. So that's why immediately I'm like, yo, let's get this, um, grab the money from over from, you know what I mean, under the mattress or whatever, and then
Mm.
Yeah.
then just run. So
Money doesn't matter in like a terrorist situation though.
yeah, you never know. I need to, grease
You
a
never know.
few
That's why you
palms.
buy
Understood.
swords.
Swords, yeah, that's
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. Head for Iggy's
the.
Island.
I would say if anything, have some kind of like emergency preparedness kind of kit, so that you don't have to think in the moment. You just have that one box that you go and you grab, and you're like, I'm ready.
You got to have that one ready.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there should probably be a gun in that box too.
He
So.
won't eat it, bub.
Yeah, I won't
Cheese
even
on,
bring mine.
cheese on it. He doesn't go to McDonald's. He doesn't eat cheeseburgers.
I haven't eaten McDonald's since 2002.
A Nerf
So
gun. A Nerf gun, by the way.
on your left coast, on your side of the left coast, Kyle, do you get those that often?
We had one like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was bigger than the one that you guys had. So, and we like go
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
kind of
see-
shrug it off. But like,
But that's the thing.
it's.
But you're used to it.
Have you ever been in one of the rolling ones?
No.
That one I literally almost threw up. Like I was so disoriented. Like everything, things that weren't supposed to move are now moving like you're on the ocean.
Wow.
And it like literally I just felt instantly sick. It only lasted like 4 or 5 minutes, but like I like almost just like yacked my food.
On the East
4 or 5
Coast,
minutes is a lot.
on the East Coast, you have to get used to hurricanes. Down south here, like in the Midwest, tornadoes.
But now it's meeting once again. The swords are clashing. We
Yeah,
had a
Sharknadoes
hurricane.
are a thing.
Dick
Yeah,
Island.
we had a hurricane in California,
That's what
and
I
you have
was going to
earthquakes in
ask.
New York. Like what the
That
hell?
was exactly what I was going to ask. My following question was: is it supposed to happen in New York? Is it a seismic zone?
There's a fault line on the Appalachian
Yes,
Appalachians.
call and he comes. Yes.
Fuck yeah. What's up, my baby?
Remy Earthquake Studios.
How y'all doing today?
What's up, pimp?
But you guys have better water drainage systems. We're not prepared for like heavy rainfall over here.
This was the cause of the earthquake. X-Men 97 was really good this week, and then he just super excited.
X-Men 97 was not good this week, but real quick, there was an earthquake?
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah, in New York.
Oh, I didn't know y'all got those.
Flo dropped my bag. Yeah, no. So that's why it was scary, because we're not used to it. And then when shout out to everybody that's on California time. It's like people are like cracking jokes. Oh, we're used to it over here. Like, yeah, we get that. But what happens is, like, for the people that lived through September 11th and the
Yeah,
93
yeah.
bombing, like all that stuff is still traumatic, and that's immediately where our minds go to whenever there's like a
Sure.
loud noise or something like that. Are we under attack? So I can't even imagine people that live in places that are like war-torn countries where they're just walking and it's an explosion and it's just like, whatever, we need to go to school. Like that shit is crazy.
I was still living pretty close to LA when the riots happened.
And Remy was like, fuck this, I'm out.
And shit was scary. All it does is tell you how unprepared you are for stuff. Like I have an earthquake emergency kit, and if
1000%.
it happens, I just go grab it. It has water, food, fucking shit to start a fire.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I stocked up on all that shit when it was pandemic time.
Fair.
1000%. It was like
Yeah.
I stocked up, weapons at the door downstairs just in case somebody wants to be funny.
I got a spear in my garage.
A spear.
Trident.
End up having the right.
Yo,
I
weapons.
have a. We were
It's
talking about
supposed
group
to happen.
chats. I have a group chat of people that I'll like reach out to if the world ends.
Yeah, it's
We have
important. That's why
we have our crew. We know where we're meeting.
I keep my Pocan Joe. I keep my card for Pocan Joe right on my bedside. It's been there since 2021.
We have a
I
bat
only know
signal
my
that we
first
put in the
step
sky.
is 8 blocks away. I have a friend that's ready for that kind of stuff. We have talked about it a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with being prepared, but there's a line between prepared and paranoia.
Yeah.
I gotta
What's up?
Google that.
What's fun?
Did
funny
did
titties?
anything get destroyed though, DJ, over there?
No, nothing. So what happens is
Okay.
because New York, the island of Manhattan and New York in general, it's built on granite, so the earth
Yeah.
is like super super solid. So the reason why it shook so much because since the earth is so dense here, it's just surface. So basically, just
Yeah.
like the surface kind of moved around.
Well, San Francisco got screwed because it was on like technically marshland.
Yes,
So
that's you got the fault lines over there. Lex Luthor was right.
Mission Starsparker. Well,
Yeah,
Thanks, Nick, for clarifying what a haboob is.
I thought it was
I-
a funny titty.
Yeah.
no,
I
but
thought it was-
that shit is scary. We were driving in New Mexico, and maybe James can attest to this. We were going from Roswell to.
Oh, did you
I don't
stop
know.
in Roswell?
We stopped in Roswell. Yeah.
That's I want to go there.
Hey, what's
Haboob.
up?
Speaking
What's
of
up,
natural disasters,
Speaking of a haboob,
and they had these dust storms. Like it was really dusty throughout, and it gets so bad you can't see shit in front of you.
mhm.
Like on the
The thing
highway,
is-
so you don't know whether to stop. You
That
don't
is
know whether
supposed to
go.
happen, but the earthquake is not supposed to happen in New York.
Correct.
It's happened before. We've had them happen before. Like when I was younger. I remember.
Okay.
Yes, and they'll be like a 1.8 or something like that. Like they have happened. This is I guess the biggest one, but
Yeah,
thank
Yeah,
God
it's
there
been
wasn't
building
any,
up for a minute.
there wasn't
Mark,
any damage. Or
Oh no, you didn't feel it, Mark.
I felt that New York dust up down here, Nick. Yeah.
It would be weird if New York said he felt it. I mean, if Nick said he felt it in Texas, because like I'm so New York, I felt the earthquake down here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
All right,
only
so
been like
what
one
do you guys have
earthquake
going
down
on
here
this
in my life.
week? I'll make you big. Hold on. What? Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So, Mark, how does it feel to be the platonic best friend, high school best friend of Joe Chons?
That's a dream. It's a dream come true.
I think it is.
Dream come true. That was such a fun stream, man.
Yeah, listening to Jason Fabak talk, he seems like he was really passionate. It seems like he's like a cool guy to hang out with too.
I went back trying to clip little moments of it, which I'm not great at. It's just pretty much me screen recording a segment and then taking out chunks of time to get it under the threshold. And I went to go get one for Jason Fabak yesterday evening, and I asked him a question, and his answer was 7 minutes. I'm like, I need to see a minute. I need this to be a minute and a half. But dude, that because he was so excited about it, and at about the 5 minute mark, he's like, sorry if I'm just running on. And we're all like, no, you're good, man. Please keep going. I wanted to like clip like that little explanation he gave to how he as an artist finds design inspiration and stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's the thing. People usually don't want to talk to the artist; they want to talk to the writer. So once the artist gets asked a question,
Yeah,
it's like,
it's
Yeah, I'll be
That's
honest
my
with you. You can put 100 writers on the panel with me, and I don't give a shit what none of them but the one had to say. It's a Jeff Johns thing, you know. I mean, it depends on who you have up there.
Did they hang out for a while after backstage?
I had to go get Finn, so we were only backstage after for just a little bit.
Oh.
It's Tuesday, so dude, even Monkey came running in at one point. Kyle was home, and you can even see it in one of the little clips that I posted on IG. The one talking about the flamingos.
Mhm.
You actually see my head turn real fast because Monkey came running in with her tablet, yelling "Daddy!" and my hand swings over and hits the mic and looks at him like, "Nope, you got to go, baby, you got to go." Then I stopped, like, "Wait a minute, what's wrong with trolls?" And I'm like, these guys are cool and all, but Monkey's a lot cooler.
there you go.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was an awesome one. I was listening to it in the car, driving around, but yeah, it was a big one.
Had fun busting their balls a little bit too.
About first appearances and whatnot.
Oh, dude.
I like all their reactions when we talked about Stargirl for a second, and Jeff he told me and Paul that he's glad we liked it. He's real proud of that show, and I responded, "Yeah, you're real proud of the car too, aren't you?" Because he's always posting that car on his social media, and Jason and Brian cracked up on that one. They're like, he is proud of the car.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, so I forgot to ask. All right, so Mark, if you get fuck you money, what's the first thing you do?
Probably go to a convention and tell people I'll work for books. Let me in, but just give me your exclusives.
If you came to,
That's a shot at me.
yeah.
Yeah, I caught that badly.
You get a 9-figure windfall. Are you buying a Action Comics #1?
Yes, no question about it. A 9-figure windfall equals that's it. Like how people say never, and if you catch something like that and you don't take that opportunity, that's on you. It's like people saying the Lord will provide and then drowning in a flood when they didn't get on the boat. Like he provided. It was your dumbass that missed the opportunity.
Go buy that book.
Yeah, 9-figure windfall. That's a no fucking brainer. And if hard times come up down the road, you just sell the motherfucker. But you had it. It was yours.
I would hand deliver all my boys their grails. Like, yo, Mark, what are you doing this weekend? I'm down in fucking Georgia.
Yeah, that kind of money, absolutely.
Yeah, here you go. Nick, what are you doing the next weekend? I'm in New York.
I would adopt Kyle probably. That'd be the number 2 thing. Get an Action Comics 1, adopt Kyle over there.
I'd buy.
I gotta get him. He doesn't have to be in real time, but we got to get him closer to the East Coast time zone.
We would have a great life together.
We would. It'd be a lot of roller skating.
It'd be a bunch of this. This shit sucks. Come watch this with me. Oh, this shit sucks.
Hold on.
We hate everybody's programming.
Yo, can you explain what Becca just said to me?
No.
No, I was just asking my guy.
Not for free.
Oh, see. That's
no, I was talking to my guy over here.
Yeah, I get my whole crew Illuminati mobiles, and we drive around North Carolina.
Nick, yours would have to look like Ace and Gary's, though.
DJ bought something for me. I sent the picture to Nick.
Was it that butt plug?
Instagram. No. DJ picked something up for me. He was super nice.
Oh.
I will buy swords for everyone.
I want one that looks like really like over like you can't like wield it properly. It's so big.
Like Cloud Strife sword.
Yeah, like thick. Yeah, DJ picked this up for me.
Is it a 2.5?
I have no idea. It was rough, to be honest.
I said I was gonna wait to Heroes Con.
Oh shit! Sorry.
No. I said I was gonna wait to Heroes Con to pick up my AF-15. I might be looking for one tomorrow at King Con, if they have one.
Shit, this guy will probably give you one.
Prices are kind of low right now, so the one I was holding was 16. And I would say it was a 2.5.
I'd be like,
I'm so petty though. I'm not looking at these prices come down, trying to strategize getting like an actual Holy Grail. I'm just looking at them come down, getting excited about those $300 books only being $150.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep buying the same books and save more money. It's not done coming down. It's going to keep coming for a while. Like realistically, because of what year it is. Not the number of year, but because of what goes on this year, nothing will start going up or down drastically until after this year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hell, I mean, people are giving away first Silver Surfers now.
You have elections this year, right?
Yeah, yeah. Elections directly, like leading into them, directly affect the market. I mean, you can take the Disney example. You can take Disney as a perfect example because they just had that proxy battle that was going to end. And the proxy battle leading up to it, it looked like the share were going up a little bit, but the exact minute that Iger won it, they tanked. Absolutely tanked as a result of the decision to keep the old guard there.
Interesting.
So that's what our markets do.
I mean, it happens everywhere because we had it here too. The week leading to the primary election, after the primary elections, there was a turmoil in the market, and then after the the election, and then after the taking of power. I don't know how it's called.
Well, that sounds like a coup. What you just described.
Well,
Well,
The taking of
look at
power.
Argentina, bro.
that being said, yeah, Argentina is not exactly the model of consistency.
No.
What you just described is the sword and the stone. The taking
You
of
can
power.
always count on Argentina to be in turmoil and in crisis.
Hmm.
They need a good old worm tournament over there. That's what they need.
To figure out
Yeah,
the ruler of the land.
You want to organize the Heroes Called Worm tournament?
What's that? Is it kitty?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a puma?
The black
Looks
cat.
like it.
That's some black pussy.
No, there you go. I almost said it.
That's a great pussy.
That's
All right. Yes, it's getting late and I'm getting hungry, so we're gonna kill this
I'm mad
now.
hungry too.
Already.
Next week, maybe not. I don't know when it's going to be our next show, but we will probably talk about the same bullshit we talked when we were alone. I started therapy again, and my son flooded the bathroom for the first time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right? That's a big
Did he wipe
moment.
his own ass?
Yeah, and gladly I wasn't there to clean it up. My wife took care of it.
Nice. My wife.
My wife.
La 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 la.
All right. So how about Mr. Kyle?
The video on my channel, I'll probably keep it up a little bit longer because there's some people that I would like to watch it because there's one of my late night rants, so I pull it down. It was episode number 24. So it's kind of deep. There's some trigger warnings because I do go into some stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do some bullshit as always. I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. So don't ask what's in my cup.
For those who might have missed it, I pinned Kyle's last video to the top of the chat.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, it'll be up till like tonight, and then I'll pull it
Yeah,
down.
sometimes the only way to access one of Kyle's videos is to have the notification or the link.
Or if he was really thinking about it, he would just unlist them where he can. They'll still exist, but only via direct link from him personally.
That's exactly what I do. I set it to private.
Oh, okay.
Hey, speaking of getting the cons for free,
Mr. Chip Gettler. Yeah.
Chip was like, "Fuck that! I'm not paying for nothing, and I'm going to start a big controversy."
I miss Chip, but once he blew up, it was
too much.
Hey, how about you, Mark? What do you got going on? If you guys haven't caught the interview for the Ghost Machine people out earlier in the week, it's up on Mark's channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat that dead horse until it rots. Y'all should definitely check that video out. It was a blast. But go pick up some Ghost Machine books and get in on it. You'd regret it if you don't, because you're just gonna eventually hear enough about it that you do. It's fantastic. I'm gonna try to do the live show Sunday night if I'm not capable. Paul will at least be running it, but yep, that's it. I'll be on In the Mix tonight, probably, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
Possibly,
maybe.
Speaking of which, while you're riding the Power Fister 5000, Mr. DJ Links, what else you got going on tonight?
Hold on 1 second. They will be on the show. Hold the champagne. Don't
a lot of background work there. That's nice. That's good.
Don't spill the fucking champagne. What do I got going on tonight? In the Mix tonight at 9 p.m. We have a plethora of topics that we are going to discuss. We are going to touch on the Ed Pisker stuff. Just a bunch of other things going on that we normally
no pun
do.
intended.
We definitely should. We're beyond qualified to.
Yeah, I mean, I just have some thoughts, especially around the whole, without giving it away, the whole like internet bullies thing. So it's not really about that. It's more about whatever. You tune into In the Mix tonight. You'll see that. We're gonna I'm already getting worked up. We got some giveaways going on. We'll be giving away the Ghost Machine stuff that just dropped this week. The connecting covers for Geiger,
Let's go.
Red Coat, and Rook Exodus #1, the connecting set, which is dope. Link Squad members, I will be giving away a slab tonight specifically for the Link Squad members. So we got the chat giveaway and we got the slab giveaway. So make sure you tune in tonight, man. It's gonna be I'm in a funk, and when I'm in a funk, the shows always come out better because I just say whatever I want. So
And this weekend, anything special going on this weekend?
Thank you for asking, Nick. Wow. So tomorrow is King Con 5 in Edge Park, Park Ridge, New Jersey. My bad. Park Ridge, New Jersey. If you go to my Instagram, I put up the floor layout. We have the Comics Curing Cancer booth is right next to Artist Alley, so you have to pass the booth on the way out. So according to the map, it looks like I'm stuck in a corner. I am not. It is prime real estate right there in the front of the con. Stop by the booth. I'll be there. Mrs. Links will be there. I'll have some, DJ Link stickers and stuff to give away for free. More importantly, we have the Austin. Thank you, Nick. We have the Austin LeMay print that'll be for sale with all the proceeds going to
Nice.
Comics Curing Cancer. We're gonna have an amazing time. So, can you go back to the floor plan, if you don't mind?
How much are tickets?
Who cares?
Tickets are. I think it's like $12 at the door. Like $12
There
at
you
the
go.
door.
That's reasonable. How much are plane flights?
Plane flights $13 at the door.
$13.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So if you look
I'm on my way.
on the lower left side, it says enter here, and then you'll have to pass by Artist Alley in order to go into the main vendor room. And
Cool.
on the right side, that's the exit. You don't see it, but the red markers over it. You have to pass by Comics Curing Cancer in order to leave. I'm there. I'm
That's
excited, man. It's always a good time to get with the community. These are like a bunch of people that aren't part of Heroes Con. So this is like all the East Coast community that go to Terrific Con. So you have the Pressable Defects there, Very Gary, Dreamin' in the
Yeah.
Basement, E-Rod 2 and 2, the New York Warriors, 360 Comics, Mighty Comics and Collectibles. Like all the East Coast guys will be there.
There's another dude, Someday Da Vinci. He's auctioning off a painting that he did, and it's all going to charity.
Oh, someday.
The painting of my guy Ryan G. Brown will be there, not to be confused with Ryan L. Brown. Fuck Ryan L. Brown. I hate his guts, but Ryan G. Brown's okay.
What?
Sassy Links.
Yo, so I think Kyle, what you're talking about, there's a painting, a legit painting. I think it's like a full-size painting.
It's acrylic. It's huge.
Silver Surfer number 4.
430. Yeah, 4. Yeah.
The pressable
Did you
defects.
wait in the game for him to change it to the female Silver Surfer?
Oh shit! I'm triggered. Basically,
I don't know if it's gonna be female. Probably it's gonna be non-binary, Mark.
Okay, so he'll at least have it tucked in.
I can't wait for the Silver Surfer to be like, get on the fucking surfboard, Marty.
You'll have to fucking kill me!
Marty fucking Bird. Reed fucking Richards.
So Ryan, which Brown? L or G?
No,
G.
not L. G Brown. L,
Fuck
bro.
L.
Kyle is trolling.
L is the worst.
Who the fuck is Ryan L. Brown?
Yo, he owes me fucking $20 from 1988. I sold him
Oh,
a dime bag.
that son of a bitch. That's right.
Yeah, I sold him a dime bag, and then I got double interest. He owes me $20. Never wanted to pay. Yeah, I see him, and he runs away every fucking time.
All right. Well, thanks for everybody coming out, and we'll
Well, that way.
What about you, Nick? What are you gonna do?
now listen. This chaos is not really much.
Nah.
Just remember.
Oh, no, 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 no! No! It wasn't me! It was Ignacio! He's the one!
Fuck, you guys already saw it? Let me see it. Oh! Shit! Oh! Y'all see that?
So, Tyler, do you want to build a snowman to plow away all night? It doesn't have to be a snowman. It can be me.
I'll be clipping that too.